According to Google, how tall is Kevin?
Okay, this is good.
According to Google.
Google now.
Yes.
Okay, is this the legit answer because I know it, or is this, do I fuck with you on this? Which one?
I think you should go for what you know.
Well, I'll go for what I know.
Yes.
Legit answer, legit, because I know you're my best friend. 4'2".
That's
Right? That's legit.
Hey, you actually had me sold. Don't I sure I think he's gonna get it. No.
Let's start with a classic. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's impersonation of his longtime friend and co-star, Kevin Hart. Johnson brings Hart's signature high energy, over-the-top enthusiasm to life. He nails Hart's exuberant greetings, saying things like, hey girl, followed by an exaggerated, Miss Johnson, yeah, I'm GNA, do good on that test. The Rock's impeccable delivery, including the hilarious use of high school slang and his spot-on mimicking of Hart's voice, had the entire room in stitches. Jack Black steps into the ring with his own comedic take on The Rock. Known for his quirky and animated style, Black channels The Rock's intense workout regime and his signature motivational speeches, turning them into a comedy spectacle. Black's impressions of The Rock's mantra-like speeches about waking up at 5 a.m. and lifting absurd amounts of weight are delivered with such gusto that it's almost as if he's mocking but respecting the power of The Rock's larger-than-life persona. And of course, Black doesn't shy away from adding his signature humor. Kevin Hart, never one to be outdone, gets his chance to strike back. In an epic moment of comedic revenge, Hart delivers an impression of his co-star Bryan Cranston. Hart effortlessly captures Cranston's sophisticated vocabulary and serious tone. He hilariously imitates Cranston's careful enunciation, making each word sound like it carries an immense weight. The entire audience is left in stitches as Hart nails Cranston's trademark delivery. When we talk about legendary impressions, Jamie Foxx's take on Denzel Washington is one of the best in the game. Foxx's portrayal is a tribute to Washington's cool, commanding presence. Foxx captures Denzel's unique speech pattern, the way he pauses mid-sentence to emphasize his words, and his calm yet powerful demeanor. Foxx's impression is so spot on that it's hard to tell where Foxx's voice ends and Denzel's begins. Alongside this, Jay Pharoah's Shaquille O'Neal impression is an absolute gem. Pharoah perfectly mimics Shaq's deep voice and humorous tone, while also capturing Shaq's softer, sensitive side. In a hilarious twist, Pharoah jokes about how people think Shaq is dumb, but in reality, Shaq a big, strong man outside, but soft inside. The comedy train continues with Matthew McConaughey's take on Hugh Grant's iconic British accent. McConaughey's ability to impersonate Grant's smooth, stammering delivery is impressive. But what makes it even better is the fun exchange between the two actors. McConaughey jokes about reading a line from one of Grant's films, and Grant then responds in McConaughey's unmistakable Texan drawl. The exchange is pure comedic gold, highlighting their ability to not only impersonate, but also playfully interact in character. Jon Lovitz, known for his sharp wit, delivers a hilarious impersonation of Bill Burr, taking on the gruff comedian's unique blend of frustration and sarcasm. Lovitz nails Burr's delivery with perfection, poking fun at the way Burr deconstructs societal norms and expectations. Meanwhile, Tom Hanks's impression of Jeff Goldblum is a total hit. Known for his comedic timing, Hanks nails Goldblum's quirky mannerisms, the drawn-out pauses in his sentences, and his nervous energy. Hanks's impersonation is so accurate that it had the audience howling with laughter. However, no one could have predicted the gem of a moment when Robin Williams ran into Al Pacino at a red carpet event. Williams, ever the master of impressions, surprised everyone by delivering a flawless, on-the-spot Pacino impression right in front of the legend himself. Pacino's reaction was priceless. He couldn't stop laughing as Williams flawlessly mimicked his iconic voice and larger-than-life personality. It was a moment that showcased not only Williams's comedic genius, but also his deep admiration for the legendary actor. Kevin Spacey, always known for his ability to impersonate anyone, takes it to another level with his Al Pacino impression. Spacey's take on the famous actor's voice and mannerisms is so precise that it feels like Pacino himself is in the room. Spacey also humorously compares his take on Pacino to some of Pacino's most famous roles, giving a cheeky nod to the larger-than-life characters Pacino has portrayed over the years. Jim Carrey is another actor who's well known for his ability to nail impressions, and his takes on Robert De Niro and Jack Nicholson are truly iconic. Carrey's over-the-top Nicholson is especially memorable, as he perfectly mimics Nicholson's drawl and sardonic humor. But Carrey didn't stop there. His take on De Niro, with his intense facial expressions and guttural voice, was equally impressive. Carrey's performances are a masterclass in how to take a public persona and exaggerate it for comedic effect. Taran Killam's impression of Jim Carrey is one for the books. Even Carrey himself was blown away by Killam's spot-on impersonation. Killam captures Carrey's wacky energy, the iconic facial contortions, and the eccentric delivery that made Carrey famous. Similarly, the entire cast of Saturday Night Live does a perfect impression of Adam Sandler, capturing his comedic mannerisms and his unique voice. The Sandler impersonation is an excellent example of how SNL actors can so expertly mimic the humor and style of their peers. Vanessa Bayer's take on Jennifer Aniston's Friends character Rachel Green is both funny and nostalgic. Bayer's ability to capture the distinct way Rachel spoke, the way she would react to situations, and her personality is impressive. Meanwhile, Bill Hader nails John Malkovich's unique voice and mannerisms so perfectly that it's almost eerie. Hader's impression is dead on, capturing Malkovich's idiosyncrasies and dry delivery. Eddie Murphy's impression of Mike Tyson is both hilarious and heartwarming, especially when Tyson himself reacts to the impression. Murphy captures Tyson's distinct voice and mannerisms, making it one of the most entertaining impressions on this list. Similarly, Jimmy Fallon's take on Jerry Seinfeld is pure comedic genius, as he captures Seinfeld's neurotic energy and unique cadence. Julie Bowen's impression of Sofia Vergara's character in Modern Family is spot on, and it has the audience roaring with laughter. Bowen nails Vergara's accent and distinctive personality, giving fans of the show a fun look at Vergara's iconic portrayal of Gloria. Jake Gyllenhaal's take on Tom Holland, particularly his Spider-Man persona, is both funny and spot on, capturing Holland's youthful enthusiasm and quirky mannerisms as the web-slinging hero. Andy Samberg's exaggerated Nicolas Cage impersonation is equally hilarious and wildly accurate, perfectly capturing Cage's eccentric style. Even Cage himself gave Samberg credit for the uncanny impression. Chloe Fineman's impression of Drew Barrymore is another standout, as she nails Barrymore's mannerisms and personality with precision. Fred Armisen's take on Christopher Walken is a classic, delivering Walken's signature cadence and unique voice in a hilarious and exaggerated way. Kevin Spacey's Jack Nicholson impersonation is perhaps one of the most famous, and it continues to be a fan favorite for its spot-on accuracy. Finally, Reese Witherspoon's take on Nicole Kidman is so good that it left Kidman herself in stitches. Witherspoon expertly mimics Kidman's voice and mannerisms, showcasing her ability to perform an impression with great comedic timing. But the true crown jewel of impressions comes from Jim Carrey's take on Clint Eastwood. It's so dead on that it had the famously stoic Eastwood cracking up with laughter, a rare moment in itself. In the end, these celebrity impressions showcase the incredible talent of stars who not only excel in their craft, but also capture the voices, mannerisms, and quirks of their peers. Impersonation is more than mimicry.